Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm here at Owl's Little League practice. Baseball season's about to play their first game, and I think next Tuesday. See if the bird is ready. They're looking pretty good out there, man. He's got a good team. I don't know, I'm kind of fired up right now, dude. I got a truckload full of hay, right? Got a truckload full of hay because you know, that's how I live now, dude. Surfer gone country, skateboarder gone country, man. I've been getting plants into the ground. I've been getting seeds into the ground. Seeds been popping up out of the ground. I got my I'm almost done with my irrigation system. I'm feeling pretty good about it all. I've almost got the front field all organized, and I did it like it's pretty big, so I did it so the path through the garden bed sort of winds around. I'm doing a shoeless vibe, dude, right? Get grounded while you plant the plants. I'm gonna put the copper in there to get the copper thing going on, and so yeah, it feels pretty good. It's I'm almost 2 years deep into this project up here, trying to get off the grid as much as possible, man. And you know, the solar was easy because someone just came and installed that, and it's on. The animals are fairly easy because they just eat, and you just try to keep them from getting killed, and then they breed, and then they have babies. The agricultural stuff's a little bit trickier. Last year I got smoked because I didn't have the irrigation thing dialed in, and it got hot, and I got overran with time. So this year I'm dialing it in, man. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I'm sitting here at Little League. I'm feeling pretty good about it all, and I'm thinking about it all. You know, the revolution, man. Like the revolution. You know, everybody wants the burn it down revolution. I don't think that's the revolution, man. I think it's take a step backwards to leap forward is the revolution right now. You know, it's not easy. I just want to make that super clear. I think, like, dude, every day I get up and, like, I go at it, and it's just now, 2 years later, I'm starting to get a little traction on what we're doing. And I think for me, that, like, the moment of traction really happened when we had our first batch of baby goats. Like, once the goats were born, and, you know, you're like, okay. And now we got one of the chickens is sitting on a bunch of eggs. So hopefully in like another 2 weeks, we'll have a bunch of baby chicks running around. And then we're hand raising one of the pigeons right now. And yeah. So it's you know, as the world is going crazier and crazier, I've realized I'm getting less and less distracted by it. And what I mean is, like, it's not that I've given up on it. In fact, it's the exact opposite. You know, as the more and more I see people co-signing to, like, genocide and ritual sacrifice of human beings in the wheat fields of Eastern Europe, and all the madness, and just, you know, the madness that somebody's gonna save them, and I think the more and more I look at it, the more and more empowered I get. And it does go to the whole, the mountains don't care. Like, once you really get deep and down with what it means by the mountains don't care, you realize how freedom is really you taking responsibility for yourself. No one can give you freedom. You're the only one who can give away your freedom. I have a buddy of mine who keeps sending me, like, I don't know, stuff from that we used to study years ago about, you know, the corporation and the sovereign being and you know, the World Economic Forum and the whole, you know, the stuff about the people farm, right? And he's like super stuck that there's gonna be someone's coming to save it. It's the white hats or 10,000 indictments. It's a little bit QE, a little stuck on the Q thing. And it's like, it's the same thing with this, the orange man and the whole thing. And at the end of the day, like, it's super obvious that that's not gonna be what does it, dude. You have to be your own cavalry. I mean, that's again, like, I don't want to switch it into like a God thing, because that's obvious, but I mean, it might not be. So like on the spiritual level, like, there is one who can save you, and that's for you to figure out on your own, man. Like, because I there's a lot of people of a lot of different spiritual paths who watch this channel, and so I don't sit there and say that there, look, for me personally, there's one way, right? That's me personally, dude, as I understand it. Everyone's got to go do their own thing. See, it slipped right into the thing, and it's not a fence-sitting thing. It's like I've talked about this so many times, dude. Is you're not gonna force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. Like, that's the trick. That's the one thing the system's got totally figured out, or the farm keepers, if you will, dude, of the human people farm, right? Is they know that everything has to be voluntary. So you have to voluntarily, like, sign up for your own captivity, your own slavery, and it's like, but that's no, they're not doing it to you. You're doing it to yourself because you don't realize that there's contracts being handed out all the time. It's no different than when you get the update on your phone or your laptop or whatever it is of terms of service, right? You just hit the accept. You don't really read it. They could literally have anything stashed into those terms of service. I don't read them. Do you read them? But I'm like, I need to use my technology. So thank goodness it doesn't say they're gonna come and harvest my left hand. I mean, they easily could. I guess they would take the right hand, but what I'm getting at is the big picture's no different, man. But that one you almost have more control over, because you don't need to use a bunch of their stuff. Like, you don't need to watch their movies or get their television programs, or you don't have to sign up for their wars, man. You don't have to co-sign their wars either. And you know, so someone just sent me a picture of the Felper and the I forget, the kafila, the scarf, right? The scarf they want to turn into like some sort of equivalent to the swastika, right? Like the solidarity with the oppressed people. And you know, the Felper, right? The Felper wouldn't have bought into this scam either, man. I don't know. Who knows? No one knows. You can't ask him now, can you? But what I'm getting at is it's real, the compliance. But if you really understand it and you really see it, you'll realize they're doing a trick. It's a trick to get you to sign off your God-given rights, man. And you can see what they're doing. It's the bombing of embassies. Like so we live in a world, right, that's supposed to understand some basic, like, concepts to have some sort of ability to communicate. So when the one state bombed the other's embassy in Syria, right? That was like a total break from like all understood international law, because if you can't have your diplomats able to communicate and be in safe places in other countries, like how are you going to solve these problems of war when they arise, right? So when they went and bombed that embassy in Syria, that was such a breach of any sort of like protocol or norms or ability to communicate, right? And then what did you have right after that happened? You had Ecuador go do the same thing down at the Mexican embassy in Quito, right? Violate sovereign land. And I don't know if people understand, but embassies are like sovereign territory of the state that they represent, right? So the embassy thing's a big deal, but it's no different than people just being like, it's okay. I was listening to that Egyptian comedian, dude, who goes on a pretty good tear about it, and he's like, what's the magic number, dude? I mean, I'm paraphrasing him, but it's that thing of like, what's it, 30,000, 100,000, 3,000, 3 million? When is the number appropriate to use the words to describe it, right? And the numbers are staggeringly horrific, dude. And I'm not even talking about like what's going on in the desert of the Middle East. I'm talking about what's going on in the wheat fields of Eastern Europe. I'm talking about what's going on with the mining companies in Ecuador. I'm talking about what's going on to the Armenians in Jerusalem, dude. Like what number does it take? Is it because if the number's greater than your own family, right? Like that's what I mean is the number just, for me, the number's one. Anything after that, anytime the state, like again, is this is like people don't understand. Like you want to sign up for Orange Man or Blue Man or one state versus the other state, dude. The largest, go look up the word democide, dude. Democide, dude. More people were killed last century by their own governments, dude. Your government's the enemy, dude. Our government's our enemy. It's not debatable. Like this isn't debatable. So when you get there and go like it's so gross to see like evangelicals and conservatives sign on to one state eradicating another group of people. That other group of people, most of them are just people, women and children and elderlies and families, and what, it's okay to starve them? Collective punishment. So yeah, like what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Me, I'm gonna get fired up, dude. I'm gonna keep growing food and trying to raise animals, and I'm not signing up my son, my daughter, for their wicked game. See, because that's what it's all about. If I sit back silently and just pretend it's not happening, I'm actually complying with it. Like one of the great tricks with compliance is apathy and non-acknowledgement. Like you do understand how it works is like when the official letter comes and you ignore it, like you've tacitly authorized it. A lot of this stuff's based on like you just ignoring it. It doesn't go away. So here we are, man, in 2024. They're tearing up all the rules of this lower dimensional reality so that they can inflict their ritualistic abuse on all of humanity. Like I don't see how people don't get it. And this has been like I've been saying this for I don't know how long on this channel. What happens to the Palestinians can happen to you. They just changed the name. Once they got this A-OK, because apparently there's no country in the world that's going to stand up for women and children being obliterated, dude. And again, it started a long time ago, dude. And again, that goes down to understanding like some basic historical narrative, like the Balfour Declaration. You can get all you want, man. Go. There was a pretty cool thing I just watched the other day about the Armenian Christians who are living in Jerusalem and in the Armenian quarter of Jerusalem. I had no idea about them. I watched them. They're being fully persecuted there by some development corporation representing the big Z, and they're trying to kick him out of there, and they're going in and intimidating him, and it's just gross. Like, that's gross. Like, dude, like, you sit there for any minute and just ask yourself, dude, if a bunch of dudes came around the corner and just tried to kick you out of your house, what would you do, dude? What would you do? Oh, well, they were kicked out of their house, so they're going to kick you out. Like that whole kicking them out of the house down the street thing. Again, this goes to my thing, dude. Until we acknowledge what we have done as a people ourselves to the original inhabitants of North America, we are setting ourselves up for the same thing, right? That's how it works. The ass-kicking machine kicks in a circle, right? And your number comes up, dude. So that's what's going on. And if you don't forgive and make peace and do your moral inventory of a searching and fearless moral inventory of yourself, you're doomed to get repeated till you learn the lesson. And so that's what's going on here. So yeah, I'm up here because I am not going to co-sign this stuff. And it doesn't consume me. I'm out raising animals and trying to grow food, organic food. I'm just about to like bottle up my tincture, dude, that I made the other year. So like, no, we're not surrendering, dude. But I'm not attacking either, dude. The system is null and void in this dude's reality, dude. They have no power over me, dude, because I'm not co-signing their destruction, dude. Not in my name, no way, dude. And I don't know how that became a right-left issue. I don't get how you get to, how if you're against the war in the desert, you're a left-winger, and if you're against the war in the wheat fields of Eastern Europe, you're a right-winger. I'm against war. I've always been against war, because if you really understood what war is, it's ritualistic sacrifice. It's always been ritualistic sacrifice. It's soul harvesting by the elites, dude. But you have to sign up for that. It's not random, dude. That's why they got rid of the draft, man. That's why that whole weird thing that went down with the Vietnam thing was super sketchy, because they were drafting people. That's why they do the volunteer army stuff, dude. Well, you could argue the whole thing about like this and that with, you know. So no, I was thinking about this today. Like, I am absolutely not against our brothers and sisters in uniform, on no level. I am so for them that I'm anti-war. Like, you can't be pro-war and be for our brothers and sisters in uniform. Like, you have to be anti-war, because why would you want your brothers and sisters in uniform to go have to kill people or be killed? Like, that's insane. That's what I mean, is these paradoxical things that are going on all over the place. Like, we have to get to the bottom of them. And I'm telling you, working with the soil, raising animals, homeschooling your children, homeschool your child, dude, you'll realize all sorts of like interesting stuff about like the reality that we live in. Anyway, that's about what I got for you. 20 minutes. I'm just fired up, dude. I'm getting fired up on the thing, dude. I am fired up, dude, because I believe. I'm a believer, dude. I know we can overcome this, dude. It's just a trick. That's all it is. It's no different than reading the inserts. Anyway, get some t-shirts. Support the dream if you would, dude. There's links down below. And most importantly, use the name tags. Don't sign up for your own destruction by picking a war and saying that one's okay and the other one's wrong based upon some sort of weird political ideology, dude. They're all wrong. They've always been wrong, dude. Most people just want to be left alone and sit here and watch their kids play sports or skateboard or surf or whatever it is. Nobody wants their dirty little scummy thing, dude. Why do you think half the people of the Ukraine split, dude? Because they're like, dude, we're out of here, dude. I don't want to be any part of this, dude. So don't be part of it. Don't co-sign it. Don't think it's okay, dude. Don't get consumed by it either, dude. Anyways, The Illusion signing off. Links down below. Get some t-shirts. Tip your talker.